So hi everyone and welcome to this webinar that we have today about CC Finland's new course. My name is Nelli Louhivuori and I am the Pedagogical Director for CC Finland. And today we will start with a small presentation about Finland. So what is Finland as a country? You will hear some facts and some hopefully interesting new things that intrigues you to maybe come to Finland one day, or at least that you will be interested in hearing more about the Finland education system after this. Yes, so I will start with a small video. I will firstly share my screen, so you will see this 2-minute long video, and then I will share with you a few facts about Finland. So just a moment. I will share my screen with you. Hopefully you can now see my screen.
Yes, very much.
Perfect. So let's start with the video.
We Finns are pretty happy people, even though we may not smile all the time. The things that make us happy are often
Nelly,
very
can I request you?
down-to-earth.
Can we request you that
Allow
to
us to
share
show you
the
what
audio,
we do.
share the audio with the video?
Oh, I thought I did that.
No, stop sharing, and then while sharing, share the audio, and then you can mute yourself. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Share sound.
We Finns are pretty happy people, even though we may not smile all the time. The things that make us happy are often very down to earth. Allow us to show you what we mean. We think running in a pool with a belt and walking with sticks are pretty cool ways to exercise. When it comes to food, there is nothing more down to earth than a boiled potato. We eat a lot of them. Like this. We find luxury in relaxing at a cozy waterside cottage surrounded by forest. Our favorite sweets don't come in so many colors. They're just black, and they're not even that sweet. In fact, they're salty. And for us, sitting in a simple heated room is the perfect way to spend time together. But there's more to happiness than eating boiled potatoes and black candy. Our happiness is the sum of many ordinary things, things that are actually quite extraordinary. We get a head start on happiness, even before we're born. All parents-to-be get a baby box full of important stuff for their new family. Maternity and child health clinics, part of the public healthcare system, keep us on a track for a happy, healthy life. We're happy that it's safe to send our kids off to school on their own. We trust each other, and we can trust our institutions too. We're known for a high-quality education system. We're happy that education is free all the way through university. Happiness can also be found among the bookshelves. Our many public libraries are popular meeting places, offering not only books, but all kinds of cool services. We love playing games, but we're even happier when we get to invent them. It's the extraordinarily ordinary things that make Finland so happy. And when we smile, we make it count.
Thank you. And I want to say right away that even now when I'm talking to you, I'm in a Finnish library. So it's not a joke that we really use these places in our everyday lives in Finland. But now I want to share a few facts about Finland that I think might be interesting for you. So Finland, if you think about the population of Finland, Finland is really small country because we only have 5.52 million people living in Finland. But then the country as itself, if you think about how big it is, like landscapes wise, it's really big. The total length of the country is more than 1,000 kilometers long. So it's really long and big country, but there are only few Finnish people living there. And the majority of the Finnish people are living in the southern part, the capital region area, where we also have our capital city, Helsinki. And you see the Finland's map here on the right side, and on white there is the Lapland, where we also have the Santa Claus's house, which is now really relevant in our all in everybody's life, because Santa Claus is about to leave for his trip in these days. But Lapland covers 1/3 of the total area of Finland, but only 180,000 people live in that area. So it's really, if you go there, you don't have a lot of people around you there. Then few words about how Finnish people live, because we have so much space here in Finland. Half of Finnish people live in a house or semi-detached house, and then also 35% of Finnish people live in an apartment. We have a culture of independent people, and usually Finnish people, they leave the childhood home already when they are 18, and when they start the studies after the school. And that is maybe also one reason that there are many Finnish people living by themselves. So 43% of Finnish people are living in households made of only one person. So it's really common to live independently and live in a house by yourself. And the size of the families are also quite small. So we don't have this culture of having our grandparents or extended family members living with us. But instead, the families are small, and the number of children is also quite small in the Finnish families. So in 2017, for example, the average size of a family was only 2.8 persons, which tells you that the families are not so many, that so many people are not part of the same family. Then about the languages, so we speak 2 languages in Finland. The Finnish is the first language, and majority of people in Finland, they speak Finnish. But then we also have Swedish as our second national language. And if you come to Finland, you will see all the signs and bus stops and everything is written in 2 languages, because we have 2 official languages in Finland. Then, as also in the video, it was mentioned that Finland is famous for its education, and 72% of the Finnish population older than 15 years have completed a degree after comprehensive school. So because we have this culture of learning and studying, many people also continue their studies after the comprehensive school. Then we are people of literacy and libraries, and you could say that Finnish people are heavy readers because we love to read books and we love to go to the libraries, and this is something that in many families people do in their free times, that they will go with the families to the libraries to lend books or just to spend time. There are board games and different kinds of activities that are organized in the libraries. Then about the nature. So Finland is the country of lakes and forests. So if you see the map of Finland, you will see a lot of blue because we have 188,000 lakes in Finland. And then we also have a lot of forests. So those are the two elements that you will encounter already when you land with the airplane. You will see a lot of green forest and a lot of water. We have four different seasons. So we have the summer, autumn, winter, and spring. And now we have the winter season going on. And because where we are, if you think about the globe, we are up north, and the place where Finland is on the globe means that our winters are really dark and we don't have a lot of sunlight here. But then in comparison, we have really summers that are really light, and there might be in Lapland 24 hours light a day. So for tourists, it might be really hard to sleep during the summer nights because the sun doesn't go down and there's light during the night also. But now when we have our dark winter, that might be also one reason why we drink really a lot of coffee in Finland. So it has been measured that Finns drink 9.6 kilograms of coffee per person to stay awake during these dark winter months. So that is something quite unique, and that is more than in any other countries in the world. And then we also eat the most ice cream in Europe. So we eat about 13 liters per person a year. Then if I go back to the population of Finland, so we were a little bit over 5 million people living here. And if you think about that number, can you imagine that we have over 3 million saunas in Finland? So it was not a joke, as it was mentioned in the video, that we love sauna. We love the hot room where we can go to sweat with our friends and family members. And that is really a way to relax in Finland. Then just to mention that Finland is part of the United Nations and also part of the European Union. And the head of the state in Finland is president. Currently, we have a president called Sauli Niinistö. And yes, we have the parliamentary system in Finland. And then to conclude that if we think about, for example, corruption or gender equality or freedom or safety, usually when these kind of measurements have been done, comparisons between the countries, Finland has been in the top 3 of these kind of comparisons. So I could conclude by saying that Finland is a really safe and secure and free and equal country. So this was about Finland. And now I will really shortly present you also CCE. And who is CCE? What is CCE? What we do? And what kind of an organization we are. So CCE Finland, the name comes from Council for Creative Education Finland. And our motto is that we are redefining education through creativity. CCE Finland is an official member of Education Finland. I hope you can see the logo here, which is governed by Finnish National Agency for Education, and it's under the Ministry of Education in Finland. Few words about our cooperation with different kinds of universities, governments, schools, companies, and partners. So CCE is an cooperative research-based organization, and our key area is to promote and educate in creative pedagogy. And we have a really amazing expert community around us, and we have a lot of different partner institutes. Here you can see some examples of the universities that we do collaboration with, some governments around the world, different schools, companies, and partners. Here you see one part of our CC's network that goes around the world, and you see all the flags there under the map. Those maps are to show you all the different countries that we work with, where we have our collaborators and our network. CC has many different certifications and accreditations and awards, and to highlight one, this Design from Finland is something that we are super proud of, and CC has designed amazing product called CESO Box, which has this stamp, this accreditation of Design from Finland, and that is something that you should definitely I would like to tell more about that, but maybe in the next webinar, I will tell you more about our CESO Box. But few words about CC's activities. So we do a lot of different trainings and workshops. We have trainings for teachers, educators, also for parents. We have courses for parents. Then we work with different schools. We have ECESO schools, ECESO preschools, and CESO schools, but we also do collaboration with school development programs. We have schools where we consult and give our expertise how to have elements of the Finnish school in different schools around the world. Then we organize conferences and camps. For example, next spring, we have our next symposium, 10th symposium in Finland, in Jyväskylä, in April 2023. And then few examples of our research and innovations. There is this CESO box that I mentioned. So it's a preschool in a box, inspired by a maternity box that you also saw in that video, a maternity box that is sent to all the families in Finland who will have a baby in their households. Then we have different projects where we are working, EU or Erasmus Plus projects. We have our own publications, and then we also do a lot of collaborations with universities. But now I have been speaking for many minutes, so I will now throw the ball to my colleague Heramb. I will stop sharing the screen and let's continue. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Nelli. It was really amazing to see the facts and interesting data about Finland. And also, every time we visit to these new facts, we see the Finland in new perspective. As you rightly said, we are right now sitting in the library of southern Finland in Tikkurila, and here the facilities are not the most important, but the approach towards using those facilities for learning perspective, they are the key here. For example, since morning we are recording new video sessions for our new coursework. And all the design and the acoustic rooms are fantastic here, actually. So it's really amazing to see. Anyway, so I think that today's objective for us is a twofold. Let's discuss about something that we are bringing a very amazing way for our educators, teachers community. So CC Finland is really proud to have educators and teachers, researchers, and the principals like you all who are participating right now in this webinar, as well as those who are watching this webinar on YouTube, Facebook Live, and as well as onto the CC Finland website, on Twitter and LinkedIn as well. So we are bringing a new coursework on demystifying Finnish education. So Nelli, shall we discuss something interesting facts and what exactly is the course is all about? And then
Yes.
also, as a second part of demystifying part, I would like you to take us through some of the Finnish classrooms, which we will discuss during this course. So this is a glimpse of what is going to happen in that course. So shall we go with so Nelli, first question, what is this course all about? Can we have a brief discussion?
Of course, yes. So in Finland, education is something that is really appreciated, and Finland has been developing its school system during decades, and it's something that really has not happened overnight. We have done a lot of reforms, and every 10 years we do a new curriculum to improve the school and to also understand what is in the future for the students, so that we can really adjust the school to the needs of the future adults in the society. So in this course, during this course, we will understand the whole path when the child starts the early childhood education and goes through the school system to the higher grades, and what happens after the comprehensive school and high school, and what kind of life learning attitudes the child or the person who goes through that path, what kind of things we achieve in Finland, and what kind of tools we will have for our lives. So this course really presents in detail like the whole path, and we will discuss the specific things related to also to our society that has made it possible to have this kind of a system in Finland.
Excellent. Yeah. So maybe I think it's a good idea to see the our coursework itself. So let's go through what is happening in the coursework for us actually. So before we join to the coursework, I highly recommend you to please join our Facebook channel of CC Finland. This is our Facebook channel, and this is our LinkedIn page and our Twitter, and as well as to our website and also YouTube channel. So you will get a plenty of interesting facts, figures, and course content, which we keep on delivering every now and then on our part, like webinars. Please join our YouTube channel as well as for that. Let's take a closer look at this coursework for all of us. So we do have another course called Introduction to Finland Education, and this course has been operational since last 4 years, and we have plenty of teachers and educators joining to this course. And CC Finland for last 10 years are conducting the Finland Education Experience program here in Finland, in cities like Tampere, Espoo, and Helsinki and Jyväskylä. But with our all expertise together, we are bringing you a detailed course on research-based and our experiences of going through the Finnish classrooms, going through understanding of the Finnish teachers, and what exactly is the curriculum design, how are the classrooms planned, what are the learning environments from early childhood education to higher education. So if you see, the course will cover from early years till higher education, all the levels in depth. It's not only that, it is mainly recommended for the teachers who would like to go deep inside the Finnish education and want to learn new pedagogies, new teaching methods, new design of the curriculum along with the part. So we are the teachers and coming together. So Nelli will share her expertise from the phenomenon-based learning, team teaching, as well as my colleague Tom. He will share his expertise into the high school education and as well as higher education. One of our colleague, and he is quite a very distinguished professor, Professor Pekka Nettermäki. He will share the research component of the Finnish universities. We have our colleagues who will speak about early childhood education. My colleague Nelli Louhivuori, he will speak about the principal's role or the research of the principal's work, what exactly and how the principal manages the shared ways of leadership and what is the real crux behind this part. So these are the various aspects we will discuss during this course. So if this is the plan, then maybe Nelli, we will discuss about the how people can participate in this course, like what is the real methodology behind this part, like how we are going to conduct this course.
Yes. So during this course, you will have some live online meetings. Then we also have some pre-recorded videos that you will have during the course. Then we will share some reading materials with you. Then there are some assignments, written assignments that you will work with during the course, and then learning journal and reflections. And this will take 8 calendar weeks. And we have estimated the efforts, so it will be approximately 4 hours per week to have the live sessions and the recorded videos and then the reading materials and the assignments. So it's about 4 hours per week that you should have for this course. Then about the course content. So as we have now discussed with Heramb, you will get the basic concepts and the values of the Finnish educational system, and also you will learn about the Finnish society. You will understand the history and the evolution, how we have arrived to this point where we are today in the Finnish school. Then you will learn about the whole path from ECE education until the university level and adult education. As Heramb just said, that leadership approach is something really unique in Finland, this shared leadership that we have in the Finnish schools. So you will hear more about that. And then, of course, one important part is the teacher training, how we have these teachers in Finland, and that these people that support this system and takes it forward decade after decade, and why are the Finnish teachers appreciated in the society, why we still have this appreciation towards teachers, that in so many countries that appreciation is not there anymore. So how we have kept that appreciation, how we have solved this problem, and why is it, for example, so hard to get into the universities to study to become a teacher. For example, in my case, I had to apply 3 times before I got in. So maybe that tells something about me, but also the numbers of the applicants every year. It's a huge number, and really people wants to get in. So why? What is the reason behind that? So these are just examples of the contents that we will share and discuss with you during the course.
Yes, thank you, Nelli. I think this is quite in-depth, but to get a glimpse of this understanding, let's try to go through some of the classrooms and some of the schools today. So are everyone who is online as well as who in the Zoom meeting, are you ready for going through a brief tour of a Finnish classroom through some videos and photos? And then also we can discuss some features about Finnish education through those experiences. If you are ready, just give a thumbs up to all of us, and then we can go to that part. So thank you. I think we have a lot of, so Jennifer, thank you very much. And Dr. Steve is there, thank you very much. Very excited, everyone. So it's perfectly fine. Yeah. Okay, so we are ready. Then let's try to find here. So I will share my screen and we will go through some interesting facts and figures about here actually. Just give me a second and okay. Can you see my screen now? Full screen, or is it a blank screen yet? I think it's a blank screen yet.
It's loading. It's still loading.
It's loading. Yeah. So the first picture you will see when it comes, it's an important piece of life in our everyday life, and that is also in the Finland is a school lunch. It is taking time. I don't know why it is taking time, but it will take some time.
So I can maybe start with saying a few words about the school lunch.
Yeah.
So that is something that I've understood that there are many countries in the world where the school lunch is not existing, or they might serve something, but it's not free. But in Finland, this has been something that already my parents, when they were young, they had the free school lunch at schools. And that has been something really important because already in early phase we understood that if we want to support the students' learning and studying during the days, we have to provide them something healthy to eat during the day, so that they will then have the strength to study the whole day. But it was also a really good way of teaching the children good habits, how to teach them what kind of ingredients they have to eat so that they will stay healthy, and what kind of food is good food. And we even now we teach the students to have this like healthy eating plate model, where you have half of the plate salads, then 1/4 of the plate is protein, and then 1/4 of the plate is some like rice or potatoes, as you saw in the video also. So it's really important.
Another interesting part of the school lunch is that along with the school lunch, the students get turns to clean the common cafeteria. So you need to organize your timetable such a way that the students take the responsibility of cleaning, organizing the cafeteria chairs, and that brings one of the important part of the curriculum in Finland is taking care of oneself and taking care of the environment around you. And this is just not as a part of theory, but this is a part of the practice. You will see a typical Finland classroom here actually. Every year we get the visitors from across the globe who come and visit our classrooms. And here kids are very natural. The schools are very natural. They enjoy the visitors coming in, but more importantly, they concentrate on their work during this entire process.
And then you see how the tables are. So in many classrooms, you don't have the individual tables so that the students are sitting individually, but instead many teachers use different kinds of groups so that the students will also learn how to collaborate and ask a friend maybe before they ask the teacher. And as a teacher also, I did these kind of things, and every 6 weeks I changed the groups so that the students got to know everyone in their classrooms, and they got used to working with everyone, so that they can't decide if they want to work with someone or not. As when they grow up and they start working, you can't decide with who you want to work, but you have to learn to get along with everyone.
In Finland, the physical education is an important aspect of the part. So for example, in early years, in preschool, every Finnish student or child is outside of minimum of 2 hours per day, irrespective of the whether it's a -10 degrees or +10 degrees. Only if it's -20 degrees and it's very wet outside, then they try to be inside. But even in the wet condition, the kids would like to be outside. So that's why you see that there is a lot of concentration onto the physical education. And the Finnish classrooms are quite creative experiences. The Finnish walls, the classroom walls are display walls for all students, their creativity. And the critical aspect of the Finnish curriculum is the subjects like textile, design, woodwork, machines, very basic skills like wood carpentry, and more importantly, the basic like music, arts and crafts. They are the important subjects within the Finnish primary school and high school education. Nelli, do you think that as a teacher, you get benefited because of these subjects, or these subjects are kind of a extra, let's say, hobby activities for you only? What do you think?
No, I think definitely those are a really good addition to those more to those subjects where you have to read or write. If I design my teaching and I want to teach a new content or new theme, for example, to my students, it's so much more easier when I have these subjects. If I want to combine different subjects, I can create these projects or themes to my class where I think the learning is so much deeper when everything, the content and the knowledge is not separate, but instead I can design these more concrete themes where I combine different subjects. And then we might use like several weeks to study, for example, one theme, and then I just put all the subject together and we are discussing the same theme in every different lessons in different subjects. So I think it's a really good addition, because it would be a lot of harder to do these kind of theme teaching or projects or phenomenon-based learning. All these would be so much more difficult if I would only have to combine like biology plus mathematics. But now I have arts, music. It makes everything more experiential for the students.
Very true. Actually, one of the critical part of the Finnish learning environment is how the collaboration works. So collaboration is a key. So while if you see the sitting arrangements, when they sit in a group, but that do not mean that it's a groups only for some activities. They can have their entire day schedule in such a way that they can create various learning experiences. Teachers are free to design new activities. And see example, like this is a library in a school called Juanpu, is the school in Espoo, where Nelli is a teacher actually. So this is a central library. The library is at the center of the school, and the students can come together and sit on these bin bags, and they can create their own content. There is on the right side of this library, there is a editing and the video studio is there actually. So they can create the content on the green screen, and it's really interesting. And same thing with the home economics. For example, you will see that okay, many kids were earlier using like they were in a part of kitchen. So home economics is an important subject in Finnish classrooms, where you just don't learn how to cook, but how to clean the house, how to take care of the washing, how to take care of the making your house affordable and economical. One of the key example is that my son once came back from home, from the school, and he asked me that what kind of chemicals we are using for washing toilets. So they had a project of finding out which chemical hazardous material are there in the cleaning of the toilets, because those chemicals are going to the water and which pollutes the water. So there are many bio-friendly chemicals or bio-friendly materials which are there for the cleaning agents. So they had a project of monitoring it for 1 month and cleaning your own home toilet. That was a project for him. And after that, he has to write a report that how he takes care of his toilet. It's an amazing experience for us. You'll find a lot of amazing learning experiences in all these areas. Nelli, would you like to share some experience of this, what is happening here actually?
Yes. Okay, so my classroom is just, it's here. And I designed with my colleague this active area. So our classrooms are, you see the open door in the middle of the picture. So there is one classroom, and then on the right side there is another classroom. And we used to use this, whole area during the lessons to activate the students, or to so that we might design activities of Finnish or English or mathematics that the students might have some information in the hallway, and then they have to find the information and go back to their places and do a task there. Or then they were concentrating on their places inside the classrooms, and when the task was finished, then they come here to the hallway, jump this path that we had designed on the floor, and then they go back to their places and continue the work. So we used a lot of these activities to maintain the children's activity levels, so that they are not passively just listening the teachers, but instead they are more active, because usually we know that I can't, as a teacher, I can't speak for 45 minutes and expect that the students are listening actively me the whole time, but instead I have to maybe do something for 10 minutes and then to have this kind of an active pause in the hallway and then continue the work in the classroom. So yeah.
So during this coursework, we will understand also very creative teaching methods and very collaborative ways of working. And the key crux of this entire thing is the baseline is the curriculum. So how the curriculum is being designed in Finnish, who designs it, what is the role of teachers, what is the role of parents in this entire process. We will try to decipher this. So really the course name is Demystifying Finnish Education. So we really demystify it. So take this example of how the Finnish classroom teach mathematics. So this is a classroom mathematics class, but they come together and they develop it as a part of the group activity for learning basic additions and currency options. And now with the same currency, they are playing games. There are at least more than 20 different games only to understand about currency and addition. This is an important aspect about in Finland, during 2011, there has been research work conducted onto the activity in the classroom, and there has been a plan to understand how the movement in the classroom works. So we developed a program which is called the Ministry of Education developed a program called School on the Move, where the children can work and move and study at the same time in the classroom. So you will find a lot of plenty of interesting information. I think we will stop at this time because there has been quite a good understanding about what exactly is there. And then we will take some questions. I hope this was interesting. Was it interesting for you, or would you like to see something other than this? Can you come up with some questions or ideas? Let's follow some questions onto the YouTube or Facebook here. Okay, so thank you. I think there are some comments coming from YouTube and Facebook as well. So, okay, so here is the first question. I think there is one hand raise is there. Can we see who is the hand raise? Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Heramb. Thanks. First of all, thanks for arranging it. It was really nice. So I have two questions here, Heramb. So just want to understand. First question is, if I ask you a question, what is the top 3 different things in Finnish education system? Maybe you can tell me the top 3 different things. That's the first question. And I understand the second question is related to the lifelong learning. What the Finnish education, what I understand from you, it's a lifelong learning that they are, that's what they enhance it or propose towards the students. So is this? I don't know how to put this question. So, what are all the other aspects the Finnish education system pushes? So, like say for example, maybe a question like how the spirituality is looked upon, or how this has been taught to us, taught to the students. Not spirituality, and I just gave an example, but how the other aspects are taught here.
So just give us a second, because I think I just need to check the audio here. Just a second. Okay, so I think the first question is about what are the top 3 priorities of the Finnish education, or what are the main areas of Finnish education. If you see the goal of Finnish education, if you see the curriculum, it is based on the transfer. The curriculum is designed based on transversal competences, or maybe in the simplest word, it's called based on the skills. Competences are kind of a combination of skills, values, attitude, and will to work. So this is the first part, and in the center of that transversal competences, the goal is to develop a student as an ideal citizen, and develop is a part of the global ecosystem or global global attitude. That is the central part of the thing. Now, to develop this part, the student agency is the first critical part. So it's a student initiative is more important than what you are going to teach them. The motivation of a child, student agency, that's the first point. Second important part of teacher the school is, along with the student agency, the skill development, life skills. So school education is a process of learning life skills. And third important part is the pedagogical concern or pedagogical platform for that. So it's not only teacher and students are important here, it's the learning is more important. So how you are designing the learning experiences, that is the part of this all planned together. So these 3 are the important. And the second question which comes as the part is that how is the spirituality and everything is been looked upon. So religious education, maybe spirituality and religion are 2 different aspects altogether. But to make it very simple part, I got your point actually, that what are the value systems are there actually. I think you're looking at the value systems.
Exactly,
Like, yeah, value systems. So in general, in Finland, the value systems are not being viewed as just as a part of the developing the theory, but they have to be practiced in real life, in practical. So to make that thing possible, in Finland, we have two things. First of all, the early childhood education is a start where you can give the real values and as well as discipline and the social skills. So early childhood education is an important aspect of that. That's point number one. Second important part, from grade 1 onwards till grade 12, we have religious education, which is here. So religion education is an important subject, and it is every year. And religion is not the religion as a kind of, let's say, practicing the your rituals. It's not about rituals. It's about values. It's about ethics. So many times the religion education is of ethics. For example, in Finland, we have the religious education in, if you are a Christian or Islam, you can practice it. Also, if you are a Hindu, you can practice it. But there is a common subject called ethics. So this is how it works on this part. I hope I tried to answer your question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think there is a one more question which comes as a part of the course. So when is the course starting? I think question is on the when is the course starting and how we can enroll for that. So you will see our CC Finland website, and please go and check all course dates. We have plans to launch the course every month. We have one new batch will be starting, and then we will have one batch going for 8 weeks. So please check the website and you will find the what. And then on the same website webpage, you will find a contact form where you can register yourself and put your information, and you will get registered for that course. So the link has been provided within our chat box. The same link will be also copied to YouTube comments and Facebook Live. So please check the link and you will find more information about this part. So I hope this answers the question. Are there any more questions here? Okay, yes, I think, okay. There is one question. Has the Finnish school visits restarted after COVID-19 pandemic part? Yes, the answer is yes. We have already started the school visits, and since August 2022, we have already hosted every month at least 1 to 2 groups. So the school visits are on. You will find our next school visits in the month of January, February, March, April, May. Every month we have group visits coming here from all parts of the world. So this is an opportunity for you to enjoy the part. We have 3 different variations of the school visits. One is on the comprehensive school, early childhood education, and education technology. And also there is one more special tour only for the principal called pedagogical leadership tour. So these 3 are for the teachers and 1 is for the principal and the leadership development as well. So you are welcome to join that. Maybe now I will mute myself and I will give opportunity to Nelli to say some few words. I think in between we had to juggle in between, but I think Nelli will say.
Yes, just thank you for this good webinar and all the questions and your participation. And yeah, hope to see you in the course or in our educational tours in Finland.
Okay, thanks, Nelli. And I think we have completed most of the question, and it's almost a time now, 1 minute left to 4 o'clock. So with this part, I again request everyone to join our Facebook channel, YouTube channel, and stream. And you will find a 10th Symposium on Creative Education Technologies coming in the month of April 2023. And you will find a lot of, we are using that platform as an education technology platform, where you are, once the participants will participate in education hackathon, they will come there and they will design the new education apps with the ICT companies and as well as with the EdTech professionals. So welcome and join us, and we are looking forward to meeting you. So with this part, me and Nelli signing off. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you.